It's the buffet point on my screen. He does.
What's up? Good morning, everybody. Sorry we're a couple minutes behind. We were doing some things in the backstage area, getting ready.
We added John to the studio. We got John.
Yes.
Gracing the Mile High City behind me. It's a little bit of a glare, but we got John, the greatest Bronco of all time.
Anytime you got Alway looking over upon us, you know it's a good,
Yes.
Let's run the lineup there, Jimmy. Who we got? Who gets the? Do you want to do the lineup, and I will drop some points to the big winners?
Yeah, you want to put them up on the screen, or you want me to just go down the line?
Yep. Actually, let's give out our first though. For the first person, come up, and I'll give him his credit, and then I'll go. Then I'll put them up on the screen.
Who?
Somebody gets this.
That buffet point. It means absolutely nothing except for look at that. I think Frank's dad put that plate together.
All right. It's a glorious, beautiful plate.
That is a glorious buffet plate. I gave it that bronze tint so it looks more like a coin instead of
just, right. Got some patina going on it,
It comes in the fashion of a coin, so you can put it in your pocket and carry it around with you.
Yes.
Again, it's worthless. You can't even get your car washed with that coin.
What?
Don't be judging me for that. So that goes to Nate. What's up, Nate? Thanks for hanging out. Been hanging out with Nate on behind the scenes a little bit, talking to him, learning some stuff. That guy has a lot of knowledge. Love hanging out and talking to him. We got Frankie Dominguez, Frank Jr. What's up, Frankie? Thanks for hanging out. Loyal viewer to the show. Erica, that's your cousin, right?
That's my cousin from Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas. Erica, thanks for hanging out. I'm so glad to see you.
Cousin.
Huh?
My Tejano cousin. What's up, Erica?
Yeah, I can't say that. Mini Mimi Thrifter, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Hey, that guy that doesn't know how to spell is coming up next. Way up. Way up, y'all.
Way up there, yo.
The professor is here. What's up, Joseph? Thanks for hanging out with us. I know you've been busy. And for some reason, you're up at 4 o'clock in the morning sending me Facebook messages. It was funny because I was sleeping. My phone blew up. Joseph's messaging me. And then all of a sudden, we hear this bing, bing. Our house is just bing, bing, bing sound. I'm like, what the heck is going on in my house? Me and my wife were all scared. I was like, go check, honey.
I'm going to stay here and
go check. I was like hiding under the blanket. I was like, go check.
I'll stay here with the dogs.
And my son at 2 o'clock in the morning is lifting weights. So he was restacking the weights and they're metal weights. So it was all bing, bing, bing. Yeah. I was like, what the heck is going on in my house? Sorry, a little story there. A little sidetracked. Petey, what's up? Raymond Dominguez, the chef. What's going on, man? Thanks for hanging out with us. Hip flipping mama. Hanging out with her a lot behind stage too. I mean, so much good information I'm learning from them. Yeah, awesome people.
Wow, sorry guys, my just jumped on me big time.
Yeah, my chat is way behind too. Having a little issues with the chat on my end too. Sandollar. What's up, Ray? It's Ray, right? Yeah, it's Ray. Over the years, what's up? Thanks for hanging out. Philly Picker. Yeah, my chat is my chat just jumped.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Maggie Doodle, hey, how's it going? Tommy Pokeroll, what's up? Are you working right now? If you are, thanks for hanging out with us while you're working.
I'm skipping over one person in particular momentarily, Jimmy, and we'll go back to him.
Oh, yeah, we will go back. Cajun, that's Johnny, right? What's up, Johnny? I'm learning the names, guys. If I get them wrong, let me know. But I think I'm getting better.
My baby's in the house.
Amanda, thank you for hanging out with us. Another very loyal viewer. Thank you for joining us every day.
So now we got to talk about this guy.
We got to talk about Dan, the IT man. That guy never lets us down. He has not received a single buffet point in his life. He's sometimes disgruntled.
He is very disgruntled due to we did not offer him any kind of a stimulus checks or anything for the quality of work he does. And so Dan texts Jimmy a picture of himself, very aggravated with the poor compensation he's receiving. So we just wanted to let you guys know.
These are the kind of work environments we provide, though. I mean, I think it's a decent work environment. I don't think it's terrible. I mean, look, he's got a nice cubicle. He's got the stain on the tie. You know, you might want to clean that up a little bit, Dan. Look, you were happy when you started here. Look at your badge. You were happy when you started. As you can see, he's anti-buffet point. He is not happy about not receiving any buffet points.
Dan, I gave you that plant as a gift, as a kind of a cubicle warming gift. And it has not received any liquid of nutrients of any sort.
Oh, shoot. I mean, I don't know what the disgruntled face is for. You should be a happy employee. You got a cubicle. You got your stapler. Why do I hear an echo? Am I muted?
I am muted.
All right, we got a little echo going.
Joseph said he wants his stapler.
Some Harrison's joining the work. Now that hairdo is on point, man. Like that comb to side, you got it.
Right? Dan, every Friday, Dan's like, I have not received my paycheck.
I gotta say though, if you're not gonna do anything with that watch, I would like to have that to sell on eBay. That calculator watch is on point.
What is 10% of nothing though? Is it still nothing? Just want to make sure.
He's super dapper. Dan be looking dapper with that hair, man.
Right.
The only thing is the stain on the tie. That needs some work. Got the name badge.
My calculator watch, crispy, on fire.
Yes, sir. That poor plant.
I'm still upset about my hibiscus there, whatever that thing is called over there in the. What's amazing is that is a fake plant, ladies and gentlemen, and
he managed to kill a fake plant. Dan said he got some cinnamon rolls this morning. What? Oh my gosh, that is too dang funny.
Right, there's my Uncle Donald right there. Just mean. I love that man.
Oh shoot. It's funny.
Sorry, Dan.
It's funny because when he's outside of work, he's always smiling. Like if you ever go to Dan's Facebook, he smiles on every single picture. But when he's at work, disgruntled. Best green thumb at the office. Let's see. Yeah, so Dan, we're gonna try to work on making you a happier employee, you know. But for now, you are the disgruntled IT Dan, the IT man. But make sure you check in with us every day because we can maybe make improvements to his cubicle. We can maybe give him some stuff to decorate. Hint on what you can expect in the future. Possible decorations to the cubicle. Yeah. Just another new segment to the show. We've been adding segments.
Anybody, by the way, we have that link in the chat. Anybody wants to join these dapper looking dudes right here on camera? We are going to limit it to 2 guests at a time, just so it doesn't get a little confusing and everybody talking over each other. But I dropped the link again.
Yeah, if you guys want to drop in, it's open mic Friday. Like Frank said, we're going to keep it to 4 because it got a little bit. Although I shut up, so maybe that was a good thing.
You know, I agree with Nate. We're going to have to get him a Mario poster for his background. You know, we got that vibe going now. I got Vaughn, Strip Sack, and Cam in my background. You got the Duke.
The man.
Standing high over Mile High Station in Colorado. So, do we tell them the story about the poster, Jimmy?
We do tell them the story about the poster. This is, I mean, to me, this story is funny. You guys might be like, yeah, that was a lame story, but I don't think so. You had to be there.
The reason for it was I was standing behind you. So anyways, we're going to tell the story. Shamrock Pixie, thanks for joining in. So Jimmy and I are at an estate sale, and you could tell, obviously, this older person that had passed away was a Bronco fan from the 70s and 80s. And there was some really cool Bronco stuff, excuse me, down in the basement. But one of the things Jimmy found was that poster that you see in the background. It's actually a pretty iconic poster here in the Denver Rocky Mountain region.
And I ruined it.
To find that poster is actually kind of a pretty cool deal because, like, they actually have that poster in like a huge giant form at like Broncos headquarters and all that stuff. That's how iconic that poster is. So Jimmy finds it. I think you may have paid what, 50 cents for it, Jimmy?
Oh, like he gave it to me for free because I went on and gave him a good review on Google.
That's right. Okay, I do remember that.
He gave it to me.
So, as me and Jimmy, we bought a couple items, and then we're walking out of the house. And literally, all I hear coming from the voice of like a 137-year-old woman was, "Okay, give me the hat." And I was like,
"Here, see."
And then I was like, "Scurvy."
He said scurvy, and I started dying laughing.
And all I saw was Jimmy like this. This is all you could see is Jimmy go like this, and then his head goes straight back. And he starts doing this, and I catch up to him, and he's laughing his butt off because this little old lady literally scared the crap out of me because she was like, "Just give me the hat." But she was talking to the guy behind me.
You have to, so from my point of view, this lady literally popped up over the fence. Like,
she looked like Wilson.
She like, I was walking in front of Frank, and this lady popped up over the fence. It's like, that's exactly what she said. "Okay, give me the hat." And I hear Frank go, "Scurvy," and he takes off his hat like he's gonna hand it to her. Oh my god, I almost died laughing.
It was this hat too. I remember I was wearing my camo hat.
You got, and for all you that don't know, it's like we don't say scary. When someone scares us, we go scurvy. And so he said that. He said it to where she could hear. Like, I almost died, man. Yeah, it was so funny. And then the guy behind it, Frank, was like, "Oh yeah, that'll be $2."
And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Frank's like, "I'm gonna
have my hat back."
You guys, it was hilarious. I mean,
right?
And again, knowing Frank and the way he reacted, like, I almost died laughing.
Her voice sounded like if anybody's seen the original Ace Ventura movie when his landlord says, "Ventura." That's the way this lady's voice was, and it just scared the doo-doo brown out of me. And
right, literally the doo-doo brown. And I was just laughing. And so this poor lady, because she was just like wanting to buy a hat, Frank's scared of her, and I'm laughing at her.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Right? Frankie said, "Yes, Satan."
Yes, Satan. "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I thought you were someone else." So yeah. I got a question for any resellers out there in the chat. I had my worst nightmare happen last night. I had a lot of something that I just lotted together because I wanted to, hopefully it would sell and get rid of it. And it sold last night. And now I'm not looking forward to packaging it up because it's going to be a nightmare. It is 26 Starbucks tumblers and coffee mugs and yada, yada, yada.
Yada, yada, yada's in there too? What?
Yes. It's season 3 of Seinfeld. And I'm like, oh, it's like you're happy to finally sell it. But now it's like, now I got like 10 ceramic mugs I got to individually wrap and make sure I use like this might be enough for each roll or each mug just to make sure they don't crack, I might, that might be enough.
Dang. I didn't know, Frank. I didn't know we were wearing our nice jeans to work today.
Hey-o. Hey.
Sorry, I can't do that in our app.
Well, you pissed off Siri.
My Apple Watch is talking now.
You just pissed off Siri.
Right?
So, sit back down.
She's like, "You're wearing pants today."
That's too funny. I was like, she was even shocked. She's like, Frank's wearing his nice pants today.
All right. I do have to go to
I'm wearing basketball
through after the show. I get to take Amanda to the hospital for a coronavirus test. We don't have any fear that she has it, but she has a procedure on Monday, so she has to be tested 72 hours prior to her procedure. So I got to take her there today. So I figured I'd wear the nice pants, even though I'm not even getting out of the car.
We had a couple people drop in. No money, G. What's up?
And let me back up one more because she needs to get a shout out.
Jennifer Hayes, the moderator. What's up, Jennifer? Thanks for hanging out with us. The man with the stash. Respect it. Bing! What's up, Larry? Looking good, Larry. Looking good. Getting that gym. I like it.
Well, where have you been this whole time, baby? You know how many glasses I've had to refund because
because you've been hoarding the newspapers?
You got to bubble wrap these things, to make sure they don't break,
Well, since nobody wants to join us, can I show off my Facebook Marketplace purchase?
Yes.
I'll be right back. I'm going to hide because I'm wearing like basketball shorts and stuff.
Hey-o. Miss Hayes, the big winner today. What'd she win? What she got?
All right, y'all. So, and actually, huge shout out to my wife because I was watching the NFL draft when this lot popped up for sale, and I asked her to go get it, and she did a porch pickup on these for me. So she's awesome like that. She does that stuff for me. She knew that I was hanging out with you guys in the draft, so she was like,
hold on. Jimmy, that's your mistake. We were networking last night. We were not watching the draft online. We were networking.
We were networking. Yes.
We were working.
Yes. Yes. But she picked up these Predator action figures for me. Look at that, dude. I got 6 of them. Paid $10 each, so I paid up a little bit for them, but there's one in here that's worth about, like, this guy's worth, this is NECA. This guy's worth about $40 right there. I looked him up already. He glows in the dark. And then this guy right here is worth about 50. Sharp Tail is what he's called or something like that. Or Spike Tail. He's got a mask in the box. I got all their accessories. They're just in the box. These guys are legit, man. There's a couple more. So, like, another one. This one's from, like, a video game line that they did. Yeah, so that was pretty cool for her to go pick that up. This one's called Wasp. He's got the yellow wasp color. And then this one, I looked her up. She's worth like $30 too. So I'm hoping to make 4 times what I spent. Quadruple, spent 60. If I get $10 each, I'm hoping to get around $40 each.
Nice.
Maybe a little.
So look at that. We got something going on here, Jimmy. We got somebody lurking in the shadows. We're going to bring him in here momentarily, but this guy does need an introduction.
He does or doesn't?
He does.
Oh, he does.
Because you've got to
respect it. Uh-oh. Bum, 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 bum. What's up, Tommy?
Well, what's up? I had to come on a red on you guys. You guys were not working. You were watching that.
No way, man. What are you talking about?
I was watching the show last night. You guys weren't working. I was watching that NFL draft show.
I was drinking apple juice. Right?
I was drinking water, formed and frozen with some Jack Daniels and Coke. Thank you.
Formed and frozen.
We were networking, Larry. I'm telling you, my wife believes we were networking.
What she believes?
Victoria just dropped in. What's up, Victoria?
Is she in the draft or is she in the chat?
Yeah, she's in the chat. She just dropped in.
And they were not working. They were BSing a lot.
Goomba, what's up?
That was, listen, we were breaking down selling NFL gear online. We were breaking down some baseball or football cards.
Oh. Uh-huh.
It's believable-ish.
Oh, he doesn't. What's up? You don't have your fake mic in front of you. What's up with that?
Right? That thing's, like we said, that's equivalent to a buffet point. That mic.
Yes.
Okay.
This microphone is about as believable as the fact that me and Jimmy were working last night.
Hold on, let me do my really weird, awkward link.
Oh my goodness.
That's how you pick up the ladies with that wink. You just go.
And I have no ability to wink. This is winking to me. My wife teases me all the time because it's sad. Because I'll be like, "Hey, baby."
Okay.
So are you okay?
I go like this. I'm like,
that is not noticeable.
This is my winking to her. I'm like, "Hey, sweetheart."
What's up, January House? I don't know if I remember your name. If you don't mind putting it in the chat, I know I got it once before. I remember from a distance it looked like a Starbucks logo to me, but up on here it looks great. But from a distance I'm like, oh look, Starbucks is here.
But you
all
do
right,
that
I don't mean to make
so
fun,
good. It is not noticeable at all. You do that wink so good.
Mike, all right, Mike.
I look like I'm like,
I gotta remember that, Mike.
Got stung by a bee or something. I'm like, oh. That's my sexy look, ladies. Just so you know.
OSP is here. What's up, Chris? Do you see my toys? I got Chris. Are you here to see the toys? If not, I'll show them again later.
Matt, I may have missed you earlier, or did you?
He said he's busy, so he's gonna be jumping in and out. He says he's got a lot to do.
Hey, look, we got this dude coming in for a few as well. We're gonna keep cycling everybody through, but Junior's in the house.
Junior,
what you got there?
What you chewing on?
Cheese string.
Cheese string. Hey.
Oh, I see you got the Bronco logo up above your fridge yourself. Dang.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we got some
Broncos got a steal last night, man.
Yes, they did.
Look at that.
But
representing.
Well, we need to get Nate and Anthony in here. We need some more Pittsburgh people.
Whoa. I gotta see this Instagram. I did not see it, Chris. What are we talking about here? Sonny's on fire on Instagram. That dude, he is an influencer. Like
Larry,
Pittsburgh
has way too many rings, championship rings. We don't need any more Steeler fans because y'all have enough rings already as it is. You know.
No, we need one more. I mean, we can't stay tied with New England here. We need another one.
Oh, that's Larry. All right. I was like,
yeah, that was mine.
All right, you're good. I was just like, what's going on?
Larry's repping big time. He's got the Steeler hat. He's got that Steeler jacket in the background. I see that S over there in the corner. Look at that.
I even got the Steeler face mask.
There you go.
Yeah, see, Victoria's in the chat. I saw Old School Pickers in the chat. That was a good interview with Old School Picker yesterday. That Victoria had.
Oh yeah, yep. That was awesome. Yep.
Victoria, where are you at on your stuff?
She was like, "Why don't you keep playing sports?" He's all, "Have you seen me?" He's like, "I'm not tall enough." I mean, I love it. Like he's really honest.
Yeah, I got picked up the Skittles and Starbucks for the bingo game, just in case a certain person wins.
What do you mean in case? House and bingo, y'all. Like my mailbox is full from all the wins. I was like, I got Werthers, I got coasters, I got jewelry, I got everything in my mailbox from winning at bingo, y'all. Now I've never won a real game of bingo in my life, and we used to go a lot. I'd be sitting there mad. I'd be like,
Victoria, I asked you, where are you at on your count for your subs?
She's over 400. She's 430 something, I think.
Because we all know, I'm bringing up the picture.
Oh, you're not bringing up Daisy Duke picture, are you?
That's the
Oh, dude.
like motivation to get her over 1,000, right?
Well, that was just that one day.
See what Sonny did?
For one day.
Yeah, that was just the one day. Yeah, I already told her on the morning show that me and another guy, we tried advertising her show for that one day, and believe it or not, she only got 2 more subs that day, and that sucked.
We're in
See
trouble.
what Sonny did? He put Chris on the back of that Java.
Oh,
We talked about that in the last video, and he said he's going to do it. He's got Chris on rocking the guitar. That's pretty cool, Sonny.
That is really cool.
I mean, he's a pretty good IT guy. In case you guys weren't here earlier, he's not as good as our IT guy.
Okay.
If you guys missed it, we got this in from our cubicles down the hall. Dan, the IT man, with he's anti-buffet point. So Sonny's a good IT guy, but he's not as good as Dan, the IT man. Just want Frank to put that up real quick in case you missed it.
Unfortunately, our employees are disgruntled, as you can see by the look on his face.
He's not happy. He's rocking. He's got that stain on his tie. Come on, Dan. Clean it up, bud. Don't be showing up to work like that.
Yeah. See, Victoria's up to 460 now, she thinks.
Nice.
He does have his stapler.
Yeah, we're getting her up there.
Very
Slowly.
cool.
Slowly.
So what are you up to, Frankie?
I start my job today, so.
Oh, really?
For them, yeah.
That's cool.
I shaved last night, so I feel like 12 years old again.
Dude, you're rocking the stash. I didn't even notice. What?
Oh no, he's not allowed to do that.
Hold on. Take your hat off, because he's got the stash and the mullet. Let's see it.
Yeah. The mullet? You want to see the mullet?
Yeah, we want to see the stash and the mullet. What?
Dang.
Bringing it.
I got to re-dye it, but.
You don't own any tigers by chance.
Wow. OSP Chris a few more subs yesterday from being on Victoria's show. That's awesome.
Sorry, I'm getting carried away.
Hold on, my chat just froze up on me. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, man, make sure you guys are subbing to everyone. I mean, that's kind of what I don't know. Make sure it's awesome to hear everybody's subs counts jumping up.
Yep.
I haven't been able to get a haircut in like a month.
So where are you working at, man?
Blue Raven Solar, selling solar panels.
Nice.
So
cool, man.
I'll go bug some homeowners.
Cool.
I became what I hate.
Right. You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
The only thing worse though is telemarketers. As long as I'm not a telemarketer, that's all that matters.
You sold his poo's right there. And I'm talking about the teddy bear. You didn't sell that, did you, Larry?
What? Poo? It's not even up for sale. How am I gonna retire? What are you talking about? You may have sold poo. It's not even
I
up
think
for
they're talking about my cousin wants to know how much it is. She wants his Pooh Bear.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's a mascot.
She can buy another type of poo from him.
I was gonna put it on for sale on eBay, and I changed my mind because way back when, if it's missing, if I have to move the box, forget to put it where it's at, then people in the chat start getting upset, wondering where a Pooh Bear is.
Where's
at.
Pooh, man?
So Pooh Bear pretty much became a mascot.
No, your mustache is your mascot. If you guys watched my last premiere, I was embarrassed by my bald spot, so we got rid of a lot of this going on. We just enhanced it right here.
Oh, I thought you. Oh no, you didn't implant none, huh?
Just do what Carlos Boozer did and just put
Or-
a bunch
or-
of shine on your head.
Or that spray paint.
That is. I got summer hair. Somewhere over here, like
Summer-
somewhere over there,
Summer.
somewhere over here, somewhere over there.
Okay, I know the difference between winter and summer hair. Okay.
Oh, what's
Danny,
up? SC
She
thrifted.
can't
I
cut
don't
my
know.
hair, but she apparently she's taking this quarantine to the heart because she hasn't cut my hair since before it.
I never got my hair cut by my daughter, even when there was no quarantine or anything.
Oh,
I
now
still have to go to famous
Victoria's
Sands or whatever it's called, Fantastic Sands. Or
I think Frankie. I'm not a Nuggets fan, Cajun. Frankie, you like Millsap?
Millsap's all right. He's
Yeah,
a little
overrated.
Yeah, I think Michael Porter Jr. is going to take his job. So, but he's a good leader in the locker room for these young guys that we have.
I'm a Phoenix Suns fan. Grew up in my teen years in the Phoenix area, way before and it was before the Cardinals and the Diamondbacks.
Okay.
So I became a huge, like, that's my favorite, probably my favorite sports team of all time, just because I've liked them longer than any other sports team. They're just going through a really, really, really rough patch of like 15 years ish. But yeah, that's my basketball team, the Suns.
No, Victoria's telling me I should sell Pooh now. I might change my mind. Who wants to buy it?
my cousin Erica, she's in the chat. She wanted to know how much Pooh Bear was.
I don't know.
$700.
I might have to get back with you on that.
Yeah, let me know, Eric, and I'll be the middleman negotiate.
Okay.
Jennifer said, "Yeah, we saw your premiere, Chewy." That was a great, terrible impression.
Oh yeah, that's right. Do it again. How do you do it, Jim?
Hold on, let's do this.
Uh-oh, he had to turn the screen
You're
off.
getting serious now.
I can do it.
That's it.
It's more of like a
That's all I got.
guy.
Why'd you have to turn the camera off to do that?
Because I have to stand on my head when I do it. It doesn't work once I stand on.
Wow, that was awful quick.
Yeah, you can't tell that I am a gymnast, Larry.
Oh yeah, I can see the physique.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm tired from putting my arms up.
I say now you need to stand up and show us a six pack.
Yeah, you don't want to see. Mine was created by doctor's six pack.
I got a 2-liter, no 6-pack.
It's actually kind of sad because I have a Frankenstein stomach after my surgeries. I literally look like Frankenstein. Yeah, Phoenix Flip Matt Booker is legit. And I actually like Ayton too. He's good too. I like the squad. It's just, and Ricky Rubio has always been one of my favorite point guards. So I like their squad. They just can't get it together. Sorry.
They don't have a big man. That's the problem.
They got Ayton.
They need to get Kyle Kuzma.
No way. Ayton is good, man. But he got suspended for the first part of the season this year. It's DeAndre Ayton, right? That was a good draft pick. He's still young. He'll be good. The Nuggets got the best big man, but
he should be the league MVP, but we're not going to talk about that.
The league is now over.
Right.
They based
Anyways, I don't want to go too much
for
into
the last 2 months, and he was double LeBron and Giannis.
Yeah.
Not quite double, but he was definitely way.
Like, I'm not a Nuggets fan, but the Joker is legit. Like, he's not the funnest player to watch. I'm not gonna lie, but he gets it done. Like, he is. Jokic is a good player.
He's an oversized point guard. That's the problem, though.
Right.
It just sucks because there's no more true centers left in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, that's back to the basket. Centers are gone. Like Patrick Ewing, Akeem Olajuwon, those guys are gone, long gone.
Yeah.
The closest thing to them is like Boogie Cousins and DeMar. What's his name? What's the guy's name? He used to play for the Magic.
Howard?
Yeah, but they're not even.
I didn't watch a lot this year. What's Zion's? Maybe what's Zion's play style? Does he play front, face up, or is he?
I haven't really watched any of his games.
Yeah, me either.
Chris, thank you for dropping in, buddy. We'll see you later.
Yeah, so if anybody's got any questions for anybody in the panel or any topics you guys want to talk about, because we could talk sports all day. And if you guys want to switch up the, change the record, if you will, or we can talk sports. I love to talk sports, but any topics you guys want to hit on, any questions. If anybody wants to jump in, I can jump out and just watch. We're gonna try to keep it to 4, but if anybody wants to jump in, Frank, just drop that link. You can jump in and talk with these guys.
January House has a question. What is your question, January House?
Go ahead, Mike. Drop it.
I've been waiting for her to show up, but she finally showed up.
Meow.
Every time I sit in this spot, she comes to
Is that Glenda?
Yeah.
Cool, Tommy. I hope you like them, man. I'm glad. Thanks for hanging out at that auction and getting those, man. I appreciate it.
Here you go, Jimmy. This will be a question for you. I believe you're the better answer on that one than me.
I don't know all of them. I know they're very valuable. I know Warhammer stuff. I don't know. I don't know one. I do Google reverse image searches on them. I don't know.
I tried the reverse image search.
Hey Jennifer, that Saturday show is Mine and Cajun Roots show.
So I just use the Google
Saturday
app.
at 4 o'clock.
The Google app right there, and then I do updates, and then I hit that one right next to the mic, that little square right there. Click that, and then you can do a reverse image search, and it'll look stuff up. Like if I do this hat right here, and then
Hey,
it brought
Fred,
up
Fred,
hats.
you missed Victoria's question.
So that's the only way I look them up, and it's actually pretty good. If you get a good, like that was a bad picture of this hat. If you get a good picture of it, it'll usually help identify them. And then it brings up all the images from Google that have that in it, and you can kind of click on different websites. So, Tommy's the person to ask. Tommy at PokeWorld will know for sure.
Yeah, January, reach out to PokeWorld. He will help you out with that. Victoria, were you asking that question to me or Junior down below me? Because I do not have any interviews with anybody today or anything. I'm taking Amanda to the hospital to have her required coronavirus test done before her procedure she has on Monday.
Oh, really? Required test, huh?
Yeah, so she's going in on Monday for her angiogram, her 6 months. She had her stroke back in October of last year.
Okay.
So she has to go back for a 6 month. It was actually supposed to be done at the beginning of this month, but obviously when the Rona stuff was at its, so they had to cancel it. And now that she's able to have her angiogram again, so I got to take her on Monday for that. But in order for her to have that done, she has to be tested within 72 hours of her procedure to make sure that she's symptomatic or anything like that.
So Victoria, Frankie's actually starting today, right, Frankie?
I started my job today.
Yeah, so he got the job.
News finally. So getting
so her Warhammers are plastic. Oh, okay, yeah, I see. It just popped up now for me on the.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, Tommy's giving some good information on those Warhammer. And you guys, if you ever see Warhammer stuff for cheap, it can be very, very valuable. And even if it's not an individual valuable one, you can sell them in lots. And I've seen lots sell for thousands. So
those are those little figures, Jimmy, that you had that were like maybe like this big.
Yeah, I had some vintage ones that were
like different colors and stuff like that.
Yeah, I did really good on them. I had some vintage ones that were like, they were die cast. They weren't plastic. So the newer ones, some of the newer stuff is plastic, some of the newer stuff is die cast as well. But the problem, like I've seen them on our marketplace, but people have them priced right around here, like they know what they're worth.
And Aaron, I apologize for not answering you back when you told us you made it back. I do apologize I didn't answer you, but Aaron went out on a Facebook purchase, right, Aaron?
Oh wow.
We can jump on StreamYard after the show, Aaron, and you can show us what you got and try to help you ID what you got.
If she wants to jump on now, I could head out if she wants to.
We can, yeah, I mean, we can do it after the show, though. That way, we're not boring everybody. Unless you want to jump in right now, we can see that. I mean, I think everybody, but I don't know. Are you gonna do a video on it? We don't want to do spoilers. Like if you're gonna do a video about it, Aaron, we can.
Just let me know when somebody's in waiting to come in, and I'll head out.
No, let me know. Like I'll jump out. Like I talk too much anyways, and I'm on here every day. I'm more than willing. Well, wait, whoa, Larry, you laughed a little too fast there, buddy.
No, you don't talk. You don't talk all the time. You're good.
You yell bingo all the time doesn't mean you.
Bingo.
Larry like stopped breathing laughing just there.
Hey, speaking of bingo, nice little segue to verify and make sure. This coming Tuesday, bingo will not be on Victoria's channel. Larry, whose channel is it going to be on this?
It'll be on Cajun Roots Johnny's channel this week.
Yeah. Are you still here, Johnny? Johnny was here earlier. If you're still here, drop a link, Johnny. I don't know if he's still here. If not, Larry, if you could drop a link.
Well, Victoria's in the chat. She'll probably slap it in.
Aaron.
So my cousin Erica,
sure, do a video.
Erica, make sure you come in next Tuesday. It'll be 3 o'clock Denver time, 4 o'clock your time. You're in Central time in Texas. It's a lot of fun. And it'll give you an idea about the because I'm trying to set up one for my family for like on a Saturday night or something like that, and I'm trying to get them to get an idea of how the whole concept works.
That's cool.
So Erica, if you can come in and play on Tuesday, you'll get an idea of how it works, and you can kind of spread the word out, and it'll make it a little easier for everybody to understand.
I see it how it is. I didn't get invited because I win too much. I'm in the trouble.
My mom even tried it on this past Tuesday, and I guess she had a lot of fun. I was in the middle of a Facebook marketplace pickup with Junior, and I gotta admit, I felt a little guilty. I was one number away, so I stayed in the pickup while this really wimpy kid tried to help Frankie carry a TV stand out of the. Yeah. But hey, bingo comes first, so.
Yeah. That's like bingo comes first because you win prizes and you never know what you're gonna get. Got candy, just got whatever comes up.
What's up, Frankie?
Jimmy cleaned house on Tuesday. He won 3 different things. Not only at one time, you can win as many times as you can.
Yeah.
Hold on, Frankie.
Victoria dropped the link.
So that entertainment stand I bought was like maybe 30 pounds. And I bought a picture and a North Face jacket.
Nice.
And
I get
the picture was probably heavier than the entertainment stand, but the kid was probably smaller than Logan. And
hey, Logan's yoked. Yeah.
But he was like 20-something years old. Logan's what, 16?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man. And
I'm just joking.
Hey, real quick, help strapping this down. I was like, nah, dude, just leave, please.
Everybody in the chat. So Erin just told us she bought a lot of toys off of Facebook Marketplace. If you think she should make a pre-recorded video on the lot of stuff she got, put a 1 in the chat because she's asking video or no video. I'm saying yes, 100%. Do a video. Show us what you got in that lot. We want to see the toys. I love toys. I know Chris loves toys. He took off. OSP loves toys. So yeah, I say 1. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see her make a video on the toy lot that she just bought.
No, I just put a 1. I put 1 on screen.
Larry, you're not the only one in the chat, Larry.
So to answer my mom's question, she asked, does Glenda like you, or is the other one that's not sure about you? So when I moved in with my girlfriend, she has 2 cats. One of them doesn't like anybody except for her, and the other one is Glenda. and she loves everybody. And so whenever I sit here in the kitchen at the toaster, she comes and runs between my legs. And then when I'm sitting on the couch playing video games, she sits right next to me on the armrest.
Okay.
And she doesn't touch me, but she sits right there. So we have this connection where you can sit next to me, but don't touch me.
Where is that? Was that her cats first? Where did the name Glenda come from?
The Good Witch from The Wizard of Oz.
Cool. That's cool.
Then she had another cat named Ace. She named him after Ace Frehley. Little did she know that's not the cat from the band Kiss.
Yeah.
Yes. And no one else wants to jump in, huh? Nobody wants to boot this guy off the panel? That's Isis, the judgmental dog. She will
Gotta
judge
look around
you.
the dog. Gotta look around the dog.
Hey, this is my best friend. He's a Mog.
There you go.
I'm my own best friend. I'm a Mog.
He was me in Junior Halloween 2004.
I still have the blonde hair, you see?
I'm fat man.
It's a little bit longer now.
Me and Jimmy this past weekend.
Oh, shoot. Most of those were made by our IT guy, the disgruntled IT guy. He is anti-buffet points.
That's my photoshopping right there. I just cropped a picture. That's the extent of my skills.
Come on, anybody? Anything you guys want to talk about? Any questions? If anybody wants to kick this guy out of the panel, you're more than welcome to. Frank, if you want to drop that link, I will let someone give me the boot.
You the boot.
Oh, you guys are just too nice. You don't want to see me leave. I appreciate it. Frank's like, I got 7 people behind scenes right now. I'm just trying to decide who.
We can give you a extreme close-up of Larry.
Oh, Larry. Oh, my glory. Look at that. Oh, my
Look at
glory.
that thing.
Larry, what's that jacket, that Steelers jacket behind you?
Oh, what about it?
Is that vintage?
No.
It's not like from the 90s or something?
No, that's back from the 50s.
What?
From the 50s? What? Were the Steelers even playing back in the 50s?
I wasn't even here in the 50s. I'm just joking with you.
I didn't know Michelin mess.
Oh, Tommy's got a question. Drop that question, Tommy. What you got? We love questions, y'all. We're not good enough to think of stuff on our own.
Man, and I apologize again. My chat is horrible right now.
So he asked, what is the highest you will go on a lot no matter what the item is? Well, the most I've spent is $1,200 on a toy lot.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so I guess that's my max. And that took a lot of negotiating, and I literally just... And so that was when would you say, how long ago was that, Frank?
A month ago, maybe? It was right before the Rona, right?
No, it's been long. It's been longer than that.
Yeah.
I think it was like January.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah. So I bought a lot of vintage toys in January for $1,200. And at the time I was really nervous about it, but here we are in April. I'm only $200 away from the profit on that lot, and I still have over 100 toys. So,
Wow.
It's gonna make me money. I knew that when I bought it. In the long run, it would make me money. Yeah, it's gonna be good profit, Tommy. It's just gonna take time. Like I said, I still got 100 toys on the shelf, and I'm only 200 away from profit. And I still have a couple of those toys that are worth, like this Batman right here. So, like this Batman right here. Wrong side. I'll grab them real quick. This Batman right here was in that lot. I got this listed for $200. So this is the kind of stuff that was in that lot. So that's, this is one of the better items that was in that lot. So like for instance, if I sell this guy, I'm at profit. So yeah. Anyways, that's the most. I guess that's kind of. I guess it's not though, huh, Frank? Because I made a bid on. Remember, I got a story to tell about those models.
Oh, your models? Yeah.
Do you guys mind? I'll try to tell it quick. I once made this guy. So this was an estate sale, a sellout. What do they call that?
A blowout.
So they were selling. Well, sorry, Frank.
A liquidation.
Yeah, so they were selling an entire estate, and this guy had a house full of model kits, brand new. They had like, and it was thousands of kits. Like it was over 1,000 kits that I counted. It was like, and some of them were really expensive model kits. So I made a bid of $3,000 on that lot, and I won that lot. Frank remembers, huh? Like I won that lot. I won it for $3,000. It was over 1,000 model kits. It was going to take up my entire garage.
Yeah, because we were like pricing out like U-Haul trailers though, because how we were going to get all these kits back to your house.
And I priced about 25 of them, and it would get about 25 of the more expensive ones was going to make me my money back. Like it was going to be this amazing buy. And like we said, we had the U-Haul ready to go. It was the day before that guy called me and said there was a clerical error.
Oh.
And someone else actually did bid more than me. Needless to say, I was not happy, and they didn't. My brother helped me write a Google review for them.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jimmy, but man, we were like calculating like 30, 40 grand.
Yeah, it was going to be 30, 40. No question.
Yeah. Eagle Art Sales, welcome into the show. Thank you for joining.
So, I mean, obviously, I have a limit. Like, I have a budget, but like, if it's the right thing, I'll pay up. Like, you know, I'll buy out a store if it's priced right. Like, yeah, it was bad, Victoria. Like, you should like. He said that the girl. So this was the story. The lady that put in the bid she put in less than me. The number that she submitted was less than me, but she said she was wearing a cast when she put it in, and so one of the numbers was wrong. And they let her. So basically, what they did is they said, "Oh, you'll pay more than him? Okay, we'll do that." It was so bad, like, and I was like, "No, that's not how this works." Like, I won the auction. I won.
Yeah.
And like I don't even know what to do. Like I was like, I don't know what to do. I just put a bad review. Like I don't know if I had legal. I didn't explore it. I didn't know if I had legal options or not. But I literally won this auction. It was like
let you guys bid between you two the day after.
What's that?
They should have let you guys bid the day after.
Well, yeah. That's what I was like.
That's still bullcrap that they did that.
She should at least gave me the opportunity to beat their price. Like she was like, no, we let this person win. I think they had obviously like it was an inside thing. I don't know if I had legals around, you know, because it was all. I guess I did have all the text messages because it was a silent auction through text, and I would show Frank like here's the message from him saying you won, congratulations, you won the auction. I had it all. So I probably could have done. I could probably sued him, but I was like, you know what? It was you guys. It was so. Tommy's right. It was so dumb. I was pissed. Like my son was, because my son was in the truck with me when I got. We were literally going to reserve the U-Haul, and my son was in the truck with me, and he saw. He's like, and he saw the phone because I called them and I was yelling at them, and the lady was like, saying she was crying and like, you know what, this is business. I don't care if you're crying. I'm not like I wasn't cussing at her or anything. She's like, I'm crying because I feel so bad about this. I'm like, you know what, this is business. I'm sorry. I don't care that you're crying. Like I was mean, but I didn't cuss or nothing.
Yeah.
My son was like, Dad, why are you being so mean? Like it's okay. We can just rent the truck somewhere else. And I was all, no, Kobe, it's not about the truck. They just told me I'm not getting all those model kits. And he was like, because he knew how much money I just lost. It that's been Joseph. How long ago was that? My brother helped me with. My brother wrote a really good Google review for them. It's been a while. It was last year.
Really good or really bad?
Really bad.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
a really good bad one.
Anyways, that's my
standpoint.
worst. If anybody ever wants to know my worst eBay story and reselling story, that's it. Like it was awful.
Wow.
Yeah, and it wasn't even the owner that like was talking to you or anything. It was he didn't even have enough balls, honestly, to deal with you directly, Jimmy. He had a secretary do it, which was crappy. I mean, seriously, people.
Yeah, like it was so bad because like I'm making his secretary cry because he wasn't man enough to talk to me about literally taking the auction away from me. Yeah, he would not talk to me at all. Like he avoided my calls. He had his secretary or assistant, whatever, call me and talk to me. And then when she's like, he's not available, I laid into her and she started crying. And I'm just like, I'm sorry that you're crying, but I'm not, because I'm not. Like, this is business. Like, there's no time for crying in this game. Like, anyways, and maybe that's mean of me, but it wasn't. Like, I was like.
So Tommy, for me, when it comes to lots, I haven't had any like huge purchases like Jimmy has. I've lucked out in like I've gotten like huge quantities of something at a very small price. Like my brother and I were at a garage sale and I bought what was it, a Hasbro or whatever, the old early 90s WWF wrestling figures, the little 4-inch guys or whatever. We bought like a bag of like 60 of them for like $2, and we've probably sold on average somewhere right. They're similar to the ones that are, they're actually the same ones that Nate had in his auction last Saturday.
Okay.
And we probably made $600 off of that lot.
Right.
My brother's we've talked a lot about the poster lot that my brother bought last year. I think he paid $30 for some posters, and we've turned that into probably $700-800 already, and I still probably have about 40 posters to list. I mean, it's so I mean, I will say I've been fortunate, and we've been able to get a lot of lower dollar lots that have turned into really good money. But trust me, I want to, once everything dies down and everything, no pun intended, I don't mean it in that way, but once the whole Rona thing settles and we're able to start looking into like storage lockers and stuff, I know Jimmy's excited to look into that as well. So.
We're in the initial talks of maybe looking into our first storage auction, just as a team, like teaming up and doing it together.
Because yeah, I'm gonna like literally, we joked about my garage being as trashed as it is from stuff. I'm gonna have that thing cleared out because I want to be able to, if we buy a locker, back up trucks and just unload it into my garage, and we can sort a nice clean work area to sort it out and whatnot. And Larry, what about you? You had a big lot that you purchased that?
No, I didn't. Not that I purchased. I had small losses because it was my fault on the shipping. I screwed up. So.
Right. I don't think I've had a lot that I've made a big mistake on. I've had some that I didn't think were going to be as good as they were.
So the ones that I've been, Jimmy and I have a really good source for some action figures that we've bought a lot of Star Wars stuff from. Those lots have been phenomenal. I mean, we've made tons of money off of those. Yeah. But there again, too, I also bought a bunch of Indiana Jones figures from the 4 movies, from the Lost Ark to the Crystal Skull, I think was number 4.
Right.
I thought those would have sold phenomenally, and they've been long-tailed stuff. So, which ironic that I say that, because I literally just
sold them.
I just sold a figure for.
No.
He's all, these things are crap. Cha-ching.
Yeah, don't buy these because they obviously just sell when you mention their name. But yeah, I just literally sold one. But
Yeah, but Victoria just reminded me. Yeah, I did purchase a big postcard lot recently to resell.
I'm big time. I just hit 400 on Instagram. What? If you're not following me, is that banner working, Frank? I just hit 400 just now on Insta.
Wow.
Do you have your Instagram banner, Frank?
Oops, I didn't.
I just
I didn't do it yesterday either, so I'm as bad as you.
wow.
Well, we don't have Chris. We don't have Sonny's not with
Yeah,
us today.
that's weird. I literally changed this before we came on.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, that's why. I didn't.
I bought a big postcard lot recently. It's about 105 postcard lot.
Yeah, how'd you do on that? Are you working on it still?
Still working on it. It's not a fast thing because all the stuff you gotta look into. These postcards are very interesting. I mean, it's just the stuff you learn when you just start doing your searches on them, and the stuff that you get into, and for searching on these postcards, some of them take roughly about a half hour, 45 minutes to look up and finding information about the postcard. It's getting interesting.
I think I would stay away from that because like
What you mean?
I wouldn't even know where to start. And then like when it's post dated a certain date helps, right? And if stuff like that all helps. What did I do? What? Jimmy, what did I do? I don't remember. I already forgot, Aaron.
Aaron wants to go on a storage journey with us, Jimmy.
On my Instagram. Yeah, right, Aaron. Yeah. Thanks for being humble, Miss. How many do you have? How many followers do you have on Instagram, Aaron? Oh, you'll pass me in no time. Yeah.
What?
No time, 30.
Hey, I just found out I sold a DVD. It's been a few weeks since I sold one. Just because I dropped the price down to the trending price, the DVD sold last night.
Hey, Tommy, do you know about Bakugan? I just bought a lot of Bakugan as well, and I'm learning Bakugan right now too.
Wow!
I learned that let me go grab those. Each symbol means something different.
I'm still here. I'm just making coffee.
This is just part of the lot, but I bought this lot of Bakugan at.
Wow!
I just bought this again. This is stuff that, like, I got cards and toys, Tommy.
Oh wow!
So these pop open with a magnet. You put them on a magnet and then they pop open like that. The little figures.
Okay.
Jimmy.
Yo.
Did you buy the cards too, or just the figures?
I got both.
Okay. So I have some cards, but I don't have any figures.
Yeah, I got like 40 something figures, and then I got a bunch of cards. Yeah, I know. It's not, like I've priced a couple at around $12 to $12 range. Some not so much, but I paid $2 a piece. So I was happy with that because I looked up a couple that were worth over $12. So it's gonna be a lot of research. Like I gotta look up. I gotta find out what they have a little logo on them, and it all means what team they're on or whatever. If you for a simple term team they're on, and then after that there's a little number that what their point value is. So I gotta do all that little research. But it's fun. Like I actually enjoy doing it. I know that makes
Harry.
Welcome in, Harry. Thank you for coming in and dropping in.
Ranch at him, man. You need to throw some ranch at Harry.
Already did.
Okay, disclaimer: we're throwing ranch to giving a wrench. Thank you, Aaron. We need to make that too a throwing ranch.
Right.
Just gotta make sure it doesn't look bad. Thank you, Aaron. We now call it throwing ranch at people when we give someone a wrench.
Throwing wrench. Okay, throwing wrench.
Oh, Aaron wants to throw her a link. She's gonna boot me. Let's do it. What'd Tommy say? What'd I miss?
Uh-oh.
My chat's all messed up too.
Yeah, my chat is horrible right now. I cannot apologize enough, folks. It's like it's bouncing all over.
It's okay.
Let me know.
It happens.
Let me know when she's here. I'll
you got too many people online right now. I mean, they're doing school stuff online right now, so it's slowing everybody down.
Yeah, I'm way behind on my chat is not working very good either. So sorry guys.
And little cheap plug for Monday. Am I correct in saying that Aaron will be with you on Monday, Jimmy, for the show? Is that correct?
Yes. Special guest host. Is she here?
I sent the link in the chat. I'm waiting for her to pop up in the screen.
Jump in, Aaron, so we can. So Frank can introduce you as the special guest host on Monday. She'll be hanging out with us while Frank's taking care of some personal stuff at the hospital. She'll be hanging out with me, and we will get into it and have a blast.
In fact, I was going to jump in for that too, being a host with you, but Aaron beat me to it.
I'll jump out. This day's for you guys. Like, this is for guests. We need a ranch picture. Can you make can you bring Dan up so I can talk to him, please?
Hold on, Dan. Report to the front office, please.
Excuse us, Dan. We need a throw ranch at people screenshot as soon as possible. Frank, do you have any recommendations for that?
You know, I think the throwing the ranch should be, you know, the lady that's screaming at the cat. You know that picture with her throwing ranch.
And then she says, I said, give me a wrench.
Yeah, then the cat will be like. So, Dan, can you do that for us, please?
Yeah, you got some wrench on your tie there from earlier at lunch. If you could clean that up as well.
Hold on. Let me do this right. Yeah, Dan, if you could make that meme, that would be great.
No, you might have Aaron come around. She said, give me a minute.
All right, we'll give you 1 minute. Let me start my timer.
1 minute. The cat will start the clock.
We're going there now.
Yeah, 1 minute. She's on the countdown. On the clock.
Aaron. Hold that right there. Look at it.
We're going to hold you to that 1 minute.
We need the, you know, the meme. Oh, he's talking to his lawyer.
Hey, Jimmy, I'll text him right now.
All right.
You're
backing out now, Aaron? What up with that? You only got 30 seconds, so.
No, Aaron, you got the guest host. Don't worry about me, Aaron. You got it. You got the guest host.
Yes. We've already announced you as a special guest host.
Yes, you did. That's okay, Aaron. No problem.
But you're going to be too busy editing your next video, and you're going to big time us. Uh-oh, you got 10 seconds. Is she going to stick to her word? No pressure, Aaron. No pressure.
Oh, my goodness. She's not going to make it.
Unless Frank doesn't notice her there. All right. I'm going to have to report that to the IT. Tommy's got another question. What's up, Tommy? What you got, Tommy?
Talk to us. Hey, also, Tommy said he comes to Colorado, right? Did I see that earlier in the chat? Tommy said he comes to Colorado every once in a while.
Shut the front door.
Tommy, you need to hit up Uncle B and me if you're ever in Colorado.
Yes.
Now, where about you in Colorado?
All right, Nate. Don't let him give you that business, man.
Put the on him.
Nate is 6'3", so Nate is like that dude is tall, man.
Yeah. Fine, Nate. So where about you guys in Colorado? Because I have an uncle out there in Colorado Springs.
So that's where Erin is at. She's in Colorado Springs.
About an hour and a half.
Jimmy and I are from the city about 60 miles north, way cooler, called Denver.
You might have heard of it. It's called Denver.
No.
The city by the bay.
City by the bay. We have beachfront property in Denver.
Okay. Yeah, because my uncle, he's close to that. What is that peak there in Colorado? That tall peak?
Pikes Peak?
Yeah, he has that out his window.
Was that the question though? Was the question that Tommy had about coming up here? Yeah, dude, like we'll come up here, we'll show you yeah, we'll have a good time as soon as they release the masses back to the public.
But Tommy, you said you had a question though. What was your question, sir?
Question.
What?
So the question is, how much does he want for the whole lot?
What are they asking? So here's the way I always look at things. How many total figures are there? And that's, I like to know. I still like to look at it per unit. It's old vintage okay. AT.
Hey, and check this out. We've got direct from the G-rated version of Mortal Kombat. Finish him!
Oh. Uh-oh.
What's up? You're so bright right now.
She's past her 1 minute time limit. What's up with that?
They let you out the basement? What?
What?
Oh, goodness.
I still haven't left the basement in 3 weeks.
Wow.
They're asking best offer.
I can't see the chat, but I'm here out on the singular phone.
The singular.
West Max Gary, what's up?
It's so nice out. Where do you live?
So Tommy, this is what I would do. If it were me, I would throw that Cabbage Patch Dolls logo I just saw. It is. Look at that. Booyah.
Vintage play school.
It's a little busted right here though.
That's all right.
It's all right.
And then, since Jimmy's been teaching me some things, see if I know how to turn this singular phone around.
Is that a Pioneer?
Nice.
Pioneer receiver?
Nice.
Yep.
Girl.
Yeah.
Get that bread.
That's a sneak peek I got.
Awesome.
This will be Aaron. Amanda wants to know, Aaron, is it cold down in the Springs?
No, it's a little windy.
Why are you wearing a parka then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Put your jacket on. Unless it's like 90 degrees. It's
I'm
warm
the
in Colorado.
opposite.
Don't put a jacket on.
No, I'm the opposite. Unless it's 20 degrees, I'm not wearing a jacket.
Right, exactly.
But I got that built-in jacket,
Oh, the built-in one. There you go.
So
I want to talk, Tommy. We need to talk behind the scenes on that, dude. Like that interests me a lot.
Good.
That kind of lot.
I'm gonna hop off so that I can get this stuff inside.
Okay.
Right. Thanks for the sneak.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
So, I mean, Tommy, if you're looking to try to get negotiated, I would probably throw like a $200 offer at them. If you're sure those 3 pieces are going to get you that kind of money, I'd say probably $200 to start it and engage from there where they're going to go with it.
Yeah, like I'd be curious, but how many other pieces are there? Like if there's not much more than that, then I agree with Frank. But if it's a big lot,
it's like 20 pieces.
20 in the lot, huh?
Again, it just depends. Like you said, Jimmy, it depends on what era. Is it a mixture of multi-generations of figures? Is it all one era? I mean, it's...
So I always break out the calculator. Like I'm gonna do some math real quick because I suck at math.
Math.
So if you're saying that there's those ones, you got 20 of them. Are there? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I would probably at 20. I probably wouldn't go much more than 300 and try to, depending on what the other items are. You know, if they're along those value range,
Yeah.
then I would go higher. But if you're saying like there's a bunch of other ones that aren't worth as much, I'd have to look at it. I'd have to look at the lot. I would be comfortable at 15 per unit only because I'm figuring that there's probably some less valuable ones there. Now, if you're saying they're all along that line, then I'd be comfortable at 50 a unit and pay 500. But again, it's all dependent on the rest of the 20.
Yeah.
And that's just me. That's how I would look at it. I always look at per unit, like how much per unit, and then what I think each one is worth. So if I think each one is worth 150-ish per unit, then I'd be comfortable at 50.
Okay.
But I don't think they're all worth that much, right? So then I would be down at like 15 per unit.
Yeah.
How you doing, Johnny? I see Johnny's in the chat. Hi, Johnny.
My math.
I'm literally basing my $200 price off of just the limited information you're giving.
I'm at 25 per unit, not 50.
Yeah.
Not 50. Why did I say 50? I was thinking 500.
And again, it's one of those things where it just depends on how much you're willing to put out and how long you're willing to get your return on that investment, Tommy.
Oh no, we did. Can you throw? Johnny needs a wrench so he can add those links to his bingo. Sorry, Johnny. We got to talking and Aaron dropped in. We said hi to her. Yeah, we'll. Sorry, Johnny. A little bit.
I can get the chat.
And again, our chat isn't cooperating today. I just noticed that. What's up, Rev?
Oh yeah, well, Johnny
Jennifer dropped it too. Jennifer dropped it.
Yeah, well, Johnny also does cooking videos. I don't know if you guys want to watch those or not, but those are some good cooking videos.
Rev, you got what's up, Sonny? Dude, I just showed your picture that you put together, Sonny. Sorry that it's breaking. That we're That's an awesome picture you put together, man. I'm gonna show it right now. Sorry. Hate me later.
Oh.
Look at that. That's awesome, dude.
Wow.
Sonny put that together.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy about that, Rev. We got Jerry. Man, and Bearded Picker was in there when we were working yesterday, and he's like, "If we get Judy, then that's a gift." And he said that I don't think that he'll be there. And then when we got him, I was like, "Boom! What up?" I want to see those cards, man, Rev. You should do openings, man. Like because you get some good cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, Sonny. Like that's the kind of stuff this community loves too. Like that, I know Chris saw that and he right away was like, "Man, that's amazing." Yeah, we got one spot in the panel if anybody wants to drop in. I know we're having a little bit of trouble with the chat, but if you get a second, Frank, if you could drop that link one more time since we have an opening on the panel. We're keeping it to 4 y'all, but we got a spot. Come hang out with us and Larry if you want to. If not, that's cool. We'll chat with you in the chat. We've already been on for an hour and 20 minutes. Holy smokes.
Well, it's because I came on to make your time go by.
I'm glad you don't shut up, Jimmy. Who did the Falcons get? We were getting ready to shut down around there. I don't remember who the Falcons got. But you know what, Rev? I likened the Broncos pick to the Falcons getting Calvin Ridley a little bit later. Like they stole, like that was a great pick when they got Ridley. I compare it to that. What do you think of that? Like Ridley's he's an awesome receiver. And I kind of compared it to that. I definitely want to know what your thoughts are on that. Oh, they got AJ Terrell. Yep.
Sorry, folks. I'm working on some things in the background here.
That's okay.
I would love to just hang out with Rev and talk sports with him, man.
That's okay.
Yeah, I thought that was a very similar move that the Broncos made, and it's like in the long run. I know you know this, Rev. Like that's going to pay off for the Falcons so much drafting him when they did. Like they won't skip a beat, you know, as Julio Jones gets older. That's my opinion because Ridley's a stud.
How you doing, Sonny? You Sonny?
Here you go, Jimmy.
Rev.
So anybody out there that isn't set up as a mod?
Oh my goodness.
You get wrench. I said wrench.
Wow.
You know, I'm not sure. I don't think he is. He's working, so he won't be. I'm going to be hanging out with my brother on Zoom for the second round of the draft tonight.
Okay.
Nate just went to work, so he's not going to be having any hangout tonight, unfortunately. Yeah. Thank you, Aaron, for that little nugget right there. We now call it throwing ranch at someone, not wrench.
Ranch.
You get wrench. I said wrench. That's great. And who do we have to thank for that? This guy is on it. Like he's got his cubicle. He doesn't have a single buffet point to his name, and yet he still put that together for us. Thank you so much, Dan. You are our number one IT guy and our only IT guy.
Yeah. Hey, weren't you guys talking? You guys were going to do something today. You guys were talking about it yesterday. You guys were going to drop pictures of yourselves.
Were we?
Yeah, I think you said that yesterday.
All right. I don't. I'm going to get a pen and paper.
I could be mistaken about that, but I could swear you guys said that yesterday, but I could be mistaken.
All right. Hold on a second. Let me go get a pen and paper.
I already drew a picture of myself the other day.
That's not you. That's a picture of the Rona.
That's COVID-21, I think, or something like that.
And no, you can't turn the camera off.
Is it all right if I draw on a box?
You got to turn your camera on.
I'll be right back. I had to go get a pen and paper, Larry.
So why do you got to turn the camera off to get pen and paper?
Because I'm fat and I don't want everybody to see it, all right? Oh, dang, Larry. I'm just joking with you, right?
Yeah, I got to harass you. I mean,
when you're fat, sometimes you stand up and your drawers fall, all right? Y'all don't want
that would have been a good screenshot there.
Right, so this is your typical reseller pen and your reseller paper.
Oh, Victoria wants you to put the paper on your head and draw.
No. I'm an artist. I'm an artist, okay?
So who's gonna count this down? It won't be me.
You do not want to see the peaks and valleys. You are correct, Rev. See, Rev gets it. You do not want to see that crack.
Okay. Larry.
What?
Who's doing the timer?
You doing the timer, Larry, or are you drawing too? I think you need to draw.
Yeah, Larry, what's up? We're all on the panel.
I guess I'm supposed to draw too, huh? I guess.
I'll do. We're gonna get 45 seconds, all right? Because I draw like that sloth. I need to get you that picture of that sloth, Frank. My bad.
Mine's really easy because I can't draw, so mine is really easy.
Oh, mine's gonna be a masterpiece. Sonny, you got nothing on this, bud.
Mine is going to have peace in the description, but peace is going to be the first of 3 words because mine's going to be a piece of bleep. I cannot draw.
You need to set the timer on your phone, somebody. It won't be me.
I am.
Jimmy's got the timer.
Let me know when y'all are ready.
I'm ready. How much time are we getting?
45 seconds.
45. Wow.
Yeah. That's
a long time.
No, it goes by fast when you're drawing.
Oh, no, not with me. It won't. I only need like about 20 seconds.
All right, you guys ready? Ready, set, go.
Man, my hair's. I look like I literally just drew Donald Trump, I think.
Yeah, I can't draw worth a darn, so.
You got 10 seconds.
I'm close to looking like me, but oh well. I can't draw.
All right, we're done.
Okay. Mine is super bad.
Mine too. That's not enough time. All right, who's showing first?
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
I'll show you. It's just a stick person with a big mustache.
That's awesome, Larry. Mine looks like an M&M.
An M&M.
Peanut M&M with a hat on. Y'all ready? Look at that, huh?
Oh my god.
That is a piece of work right there, y'all.
Wait till you guys see the dumpster fire I drew. I was trying to get the hair going, then I realized I was like literally drawing Donald Trump's hair. Watch, ready?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow.
That's awesome. That's so good.
Okay. That was good.
Oh my gosh, too funny. That looks a lot like me. We're not gonna lie here.
Well, so does mine with the stash.
Yes.
I had to make the stash.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I haven't seen you without your hat on. Do you have that much hair?
No. Yeah. Okay. There.
Oh, look at that flow. Look at that.
So, you see the resemblance?
Frank's winning the votes. Like literally, that's a great portrait.
Hold on. Hold on. I gotta get the hair combed aside. Look, now it's.
And I bet Victoria never got a screenshot of this stuff either.
Oh my gosh, that's freaking amazing. You said you can't draw. You set that up. I was just set up now. That was awesome.
My original
idea,
plan,
Larry.
my original plan was I was gonna have my iPad and I was gonna have a picture and I was gonna edit it to where you could do the sketch version, so I'd have like a real picture being sketched out, but I forgot about the whole segment, to be honest with you.
We defaced priority mailboxes. We might be in trouble.
Right? Hey,
Or no, we didn't deface them. We half-faced them. Rule breakers. Sometimes, Rev. Sometimes.
Well, Victoria, I'll hold on to that picture for you. I'll show it again on Monday morning show if you want to do a screenshot.
Frank's about to get in the trouble.
Yeah.
He's showing off his hair.
Hair's got to go back in the ponytail before I get in trouble.
Let me put mine back in the ponytail too.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that, huh? That's good. I got a nice tan up there though. I've been walking, y'all.
Wow, look at that.
I'm going to the park and walking every day. This lockdown has me doing something I never would have done. Usually I'm at yard sales walking, not anymore, so I got to go to the park and walk.
Dude, I'm telling you, I never thought I'd see the day where I'd say I'm fiending to go to the gym to exercise and work out, but I miss doing that now.
You get a buffet point for that one, Frank.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I don't get no buffet point. Oh my goodness.
You are the buffet point, Larry.
I am the
Larry, you never look so good.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, don't judge me. Don't judge me because of the way I'm looking at Larry when that buffet point's over his head. Put that buffet point on his head, and I'll be like,
Oh my
Yeah, look at that. Threats already. Boy, you better tie that hair back up.
that's what I'm saying. You're gonna get into trouble.
Yeah, a lot of great auctions every night, guys. Who's gone tonight for auctions, Larry? Do you know? You're like the wealth of information on everybody's schedule. So, who's on tonight? Do you know, sir?
Sometimes I do forget. I mean, it might be auction for you. They have one every day of the week.
Hey Johnny, so though he bought a lot of like, there was some movie ones and there was some wrestler like some older wrestling posters in there. So yeah, it was just a mixed lot of posters.
Yes, I'll freely admit, like a lot of the newer posters, movie posters and stuff, do not sell for much. By the time what you have to put them in a tube or those priority mail tubes that you get from the post office, you have to pay. It's a minimum of £1. So be careful. I mean, you know, you got to make sure you're going to sell a poster for at least $25-30 in order to. But we've lucked out. The ones that we've sold were some old Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction vintage posters from when they came out in 91, 92, whatever it was. And we're getting anywhere from $75 to $100 a piece on those. The wrestling posters Jimmy's talking about, yeah, one of them was like an original. It was like the first poster for The Undertaker. And we got $300 for that one, I believe.
Yeah. I think Rev's confusing us again, Frank. Because Frank's got the luscious locks. I'm the one with the thinning.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much thin on this body, though. Yeah. Diabetes is the only thing that runs in this family.
Well, I got a lot of hair on my body.
Yeah, look at that. Larry's got that whole thing going on there.
This is a family show, Larry.
Larry's got that. It looks like Steve Carell from the 40-Year-Old Virgin. He's gonna go to get waxed. Get that all cleaned up. Look at that. You know that stuff. You know, in the 70s, that thing was crispy brown. Had that mustache going. Got that Tom
You could just see him with some roller skates on and some short shorts.
Oh no!
Some chest hair.
Well, believe it or not, there's gonna be a certain person sending me booty shorts to wear. I gotta wear them on Victoria's show in the morning.
Shut the front door. I might have to get up for that now.
Is Isis being a bad girl, baby? Oh yeah, my brother got it. Larry, you had that gold chain going, that nice thick medallion, huh?
Well, yeah, I got this chain from Victoria. See, I think I got it as a prize on I think it was on a bingo night. I got it on a prize.
So I got the perfect question for you, Larry. 1978. What were you driving?
In 78?
Yeah.
I was driving nothing. I wasn't old enough.
No. 82.
82 was a 69 Chevy Malibu with a standard shift.
Boy. Woo. Nice.
You hear that, Rev?
That's what taught me on that. That's what I learned on. Then she gave me the car.
Harry was driving a Yamaha 125. Westmax with the Ford Pinto. What?
The rolling death trap known as the Ford Pinto.
Yeah, I was born in 1960, so I wasn't old enough in 78.
Yeah, what was everybody's first car? Rev was driving a Ford Galaxy.
I gotta admit, my brother will probably win this because he had a 69 Dodge Corvette 440. Man. I loved riding with him because every guy pulled up to us, revving their little 6-cylinder engines on their cars, and my brother would just, we'd waste them, dusted.
Yep, that was good time, man.
Oh, well,
72 lime green Ford Pinto wagon. Nice.
Yeah, thank you on the sale there, Johnny. Yeah, I took your advice, and I was working on dropping all my DVDs down to the trending price, and one finally sold.
My first car was an '87 Monte Carlo. It caught on fire.
See, I gotta admit, I was hoping Larry would have said a Monte Carlo because it would have went with everything that I envisioned with Larry. Butterfly collar, chest hair hanging out, hair slicked back, mustache going, hopping in a Monte Carlo.
Oh no,
Well,
I didn't have this
I
much.
can see Victoria in her first car also.
Graduated in '80.
It's all so fitting. I can see Tommy in the Supra. I can see Victoria in the Volkswagen Rabbit.
Right.
Oh my God!
Your car's
Volkswagen Rabbit.
1996 Lift Ford Ranger. I can see it. It's all visually I picture it.
Awesome.
Your face is 79
Chevy Caprice.
Really? Now that one I don't. Sorry. I actually watched your video you just put out, No Money G. I don't picture that.
Ooh, a 67 fastback.
Oh, race $1,000. Uh-oh. You know what you need to do to him?
Oh, I just realized it. How did that happen, folks?
Wow.
$1,000 Ray. You get.
Hold on. Bear with me. I literally pushed the button and it's taking. Well, $1,000, just know you will be.
You get ranch.
Wow.
I know you said ranch.
And then the first car that I bought was a what the hell? What a 65 Duster.
Wow.
So my first car
doesn't fit you
either. Dodge Polara.
Okay.
And it had a push button transmission on it.
Wow.
So literally, you sat in the car, you pulled a lever to take it out of park, and then you would push the reverse button, back up, throw it in neutral, then you'd hit drive, and then you could take off and start driving.
That definitely fits you, Frank. It definitely fits you. Your son having a Chevy Silverado, that fits him as well. Yeah, that's funny. And I had the '87 Monte Carlo. I was like this.
Wow.
Then I moved up to a '94 Ford Escort that, in typical Chicano growing up in West Denver, I dropped on some lowrider rims, had my stereo system booming, cruising down Federal, system pounding, just, lean like a cholo.
Yeah.
I actually at one point fit that part, folks. Hard to believe.
Yeah, and then and I moved up to a Escort also when I was traveling from Pennsylvania to Virginia. I bought a Escort because it was really good on gas.
I had the pleasure of riding in the 2020 Supra, and
I gotta admit,
I got hernia lash.
Firebird. Jennifer, I see you in a Firebird. That makes sense too.
Wow.
You could see my next car after my Monte Carlo caught on fire, which I woke up and my car was basically burnt. The whole entire end of the hood was burnt to a crisp, and I was like, I went to go to work. I was like, what the heck? My car literally, it didn't burn the whole car, just under the hood was on fire, and it burned through the radiator hose, and that put out the fire. Thankfully, because it would have burnt up a bunch of cars if it would have kept going. I literally didn't know it happened. I woke up the next morning to go to work. My car wouldn't start. Popped the hood, and the entire under the dash was just burnt to a crisp.
Okay.
Under the hood. And then my next car was a '93 Honda Civic 4-door sedan.
Dan had you had a Chrysler LeBaron. That wasn't it your first car, Dan?
Yep, that fits you too, Aaron. All is just so fitting. A Chevy
My daughter
Cavalier.
had a Cavalier, was her first car.
Wow.
I remember the Evo. Yeah, my brother used to drive my mom's freaking station wagon. It had 6-row seating. You could fit 12 people comfortably in that car. Actually, the first car I ever drove was like a 1972 Oldsmobile 98. It was like a land yacht. You could fit like it was a. I always say it was a mafioso's dream car because you could fit about 8 bodies in the trunk of that car. That thing was so huge. And my dad made me learn how to drive in that thing.
I learned how to drive on a U-Haul truck because I literally.
Okay.
I went down. I had applied for a job at U-Haul and I didn't have my driver's license, and they were like, "All right," well, and they gave me the job, and they're like, "Okay, let's see your driver's license." Well, I left it at home, and I went down and took the driving test that day. Came back with my brand new crispy license, and I didn't know how to drive, so I literally learned how to drive when I worked at U-Haul driving because we used to have to drive the trucks to the tech center to be repaired. So that's how I learned how to drive on a U-Haul truck.
Hey, Cajun, either or. First car you ever drove or first car you've ever owned, or both. If they're 2 different cars, tell us both.
Yeah, the only problem I was having with my standard on the car was the linkage would always lock up underneath the hood. I had to pop the hood and unlock the linkage.
Nice, man. Jennifer drove some serious rides, man.
Right?
Wow.
What?
Yeah,
I had a Civic.
My poor son had to learn how to drive my dad's big Ford Econoline E350 van.
Wow.
It was like stereotypical conversion van, had the cloth everywhere on the ceiling.
And Frankie's good. Just don't bring him to any roundabouts.
Yeah. He just has to stay away from those stupid roundabouts. My poor son, for the first time that he ever drove, when Amanda would call me and she'd be like, "Babe, so I just got a call from your son, and this is a typical phone call from my son. Mom, so I came in contact with a pole." It was always he came in contact with something.
Okay.
Like, no, you hit something.
Wow.
I came in contact with a family that was leaving to go on vacation, and I crashed into their trailer. Oops. My poor son.
I wouldn't want to drive in a roundabout my first time driving.
No.
Yeah. Keep in mind, my dad was in the passenger seat. My son's learning how to drive, and he takes him to a roundabout to go through. And anybody that, I'm sure that everybody, put a 1 in the chat if you know exactly what a roundabout is, because I know they're not nationwide. They may be now, but
Yeah, in fact, my father-in-law ended up blowing up my mother's car. She had a 404 barrel in her car, and the car wouldn't start. So what he did was he took a Dixie cup full of gas and he dumped it down the carburetor. As soon as he went to start, it was a ball of flames and it blew up the engine.
yeah, my dad should have probably been paying closer attention to.
We're not picking on him. We agree. We agree.
Yeah,
I already know what happened. I already know what happened. I'm just not going to go until,
Right.
Yeah, Aaron said sometimes you have to play bumper cars. It's all right.
Yeah. This is me going every once in a while to piss off my kids. I'll go through the roundabout and I'll stay in it.
Joe
And I'll do about 6 laps around the roundabout.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Dan, Joseph, you owe each other a Coke. Ooh, Aaron's calling peeps out.
I used to be able to.
I can do very little on a car. Nothing major.
I know more about big
cars all day long. I can't even open the hood on my wife's car now. That thing's ridiculous to try to find anything in her car now.
Here's
all
the
their
big
cars
secret.
all day long.
And here's the big secret about mechanics, y'all. Even if you know a mechanic, unless they have a good shop where they can get it up in the air and stuff, it's not like they're going to be like, "Oh, I'm excited to work on your car," or they can get a lot done quickly. When you're having to roll around underneath the car and stuff, it's a lot more work.
Yeah.
That's if you know a mechanic that has a shop where they can put it on a lift and do that, then you know a mechanic. That's my point. You know a mechanic then.
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine. He's a mechanic. That's what he does. A garage that he works on in the weekend. He puts mine up on the lift.
So when you ask if you know a mechanic, unless they have a lift and can get up in there, I mean, and I know that's an opinion thing, and I know there are some mechanics that are good on a creeper and whatnot, but to get it done quick and easily, they need to have a lift.
Yeah, but if he can do the work at his driveway, he does. But if he has to get underneath it, he'll invite me out to the garage and he'll put up on the lift.
And don't get me wrong, Jimmy and I, we work on cars. We will never have anybody recording us because we will never air them on television, on YouTube, because there's a lot of cussing going on, a lot of frustration. We can do it.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's all about having the right tools. It's just like anything else, right? You can get by doing certain things, but if you got to have the right tools for this,
Right. I mean, so it can be done, but my point is, like, if you ask someone to work on your car, the reason they'll be reluctant is because they're going to be like me and Frank, or like Rev just said, like, we're only doing it because this is Frank's livelihood or my livelihood. Like, we got to get this car running. We don't want to do it, unless we absolutely have to, like, without having a lift and the right tools. Like, it's not fun.
In fact, Victoria's husband just got done work on his car, and he learned through watching Chris Fix videos on YouTube. That guy is amazing.
And I'll say this, YouTube is a phenomenal resource. If you're going to, I mean, how many times did we refer to YouTube, Jimmy, when we were doing the injectors and the ignition coils on my car? Yeah. It was like, man, it saved our tail big time.
Yeah. Her husband learned that. The guy's name is Chris Fix on YouTube. He doesn't buy nothing special. He doesn't buy nothing special for tools anyway. Either he just uses no regular stuff in a toolbox.
I don't doubt it, Jennifer. I don't doubt it. But I bet you if you ask him if he wants a lift, he'd say yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll work on cars. I don't have a problem doing it. I used to like it. My old job, I used to be able to go to my work, pull my vehicle into the shop. Okay. It wasn't an auto repair facility, but it was nice to have everything I needed right there in front of me. It made working on stuff a lot easier than doing it in the driveway.
That's the environment I worked in. I worked in shops. I was a mechanic. And having that lift is just, it's a game changer. That's all I can say. Like, I've been there. Like, I'm speaking from experience. That's awesome.
I will say this, having a lift for something as simple, and this is not a joke, but when you're a big guy like myself or Jimmy, something as simple as changing the oil, it makes it so much easier because we're not thin enough to slide underneath and,
Yeah.
Right.
So being able to raise the vehicle up above us is nice. Because I don't recommend, so another fun fact, so I actually dropped a Ford Explorer on top of myself one time while changing a tire.
Well, some of the cars are so difficult to work on now. It's pathetic. I mean, they're not easy like they used to be.
Exactly.
Because in order for my last car, my last truck, in order to get one spark plug out on the driver's side, I had to have a special tool, and I had to take the driver's side tire off to get to the spark plug.
Right.
Yeah, like I said, we had to do the ignition coils on my Avalon. And literally, I'm not exaggerating, when Jimmy and I literally had half the engine out to access that one ignition coil.
Wow.
And it was about, I would say, Jimmy, it was about 3 hours of removing stuff to get to a part that took about 45 seconds to replace.
Yep. Yes, there you go, Phil. That's a great analogy. Yes, it's having a lift is like having a thermal printer as a reseller.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, and I'm talking like, and I'll just like, my point is like, if you can change, it doesn't make you a mechanic. If you can, I'm trying not to offend him, but if you can change your oil, that doesn't make you a mechanic. I'm talking like digging into it and diagnosing and repairing, because diagnosing is the hard part, y'all.
Was this the heater core he had to replace on his car? Because Victoria sent me a picture, and I'm going to try to bring it up.
That was something to do with air conditioning, I think.
Because that is, I mean,
Yeah, yeah. Victoria just said AC. Yeah, that's what I thought. He had to tear it apart to work on the AC.
So I have a feeling it was a heater
Yeah,
core that had to be replaced. It was the condenser.
No, the evaporator.
Would that be in, or which one's inside, or which one's on the radiator? Is it the evaporator that would have been?
The AC evaporator, yep.
Yeah.
Which is usually right next to the heater coil.
Yep.
Usually.
Watch this once I get this picture up, guys.
No.
I feel his pain. I had to replace a heater core on my sister's car one time, and
No.
sorry, folks. I'm working on a picture real quick to show you guys what Victoria's husband had to deal with over the weekend.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that was just 2 maybe 3 weeks ago, I think.
Really? Tommy never learned how to drive a stick. That's not something I imagined, Tommy.
You guys ready for this?
Yeah. Yep.
That's a nightmare to put back together. It's not nearly as hard to take it apart.
Yeah.
And like the organization you have to have. Like you have to put everything, all the nuts and bolts and screws and all that stuff, like has to be put in a certain order so you put it back together right too. Like that's a big job.
You know what's weird about when people say driving a stick, you know, and it's not even so like for me, I got 2 sisters and a brother. My oldest sister and myself can drive a stick, but my brother and my other sister do not know how to drive a stick, and they've never wanted to learn. They have no intentions of learning how to drive a stick.
Dan said I do carbs as well in the form of fries, pizza, and chips.
Look, it's Aaron's basement.
It's Aaron's basement. Live from Aaron's basement. Man, we're going on 2 hours, y'all. We might have to cut. I mean, you guys. I know you got to be somewhere. What time you have to be somewhere, Frank?
We just got to go. It's kind of crazy. We're going through the drive-through testing at the hospital. You know how I learned how to drive a stick? This is Amanda could attest to this. I went and bought a stick at a dealership, and I had to leave the dealership to go to work. And I had never drove a stick in my life. And I figured out how to drive a stick, driving from one end of Denver to the other that night.
How many clutches did you go through?
I think I dropped about 3 on the way there. Only 2.
That's funny. I learned how to drive a stick on my cousin's car that he would let me borrow.
No food at the drive-through. Just my wife gets to have a Q-tip rammed up her nose to test her for the Rona.
When you get there, you have to try to order food. Like when you roll down the window, be like, "Yeah, can I get a milkshake?" Right.
I think I'm gonna have Amanda record it so I have some footage for when I do my first premiere. We're gonna do that, Amanda. So James, you want to do your drive-through testing? I'm talking to my wife, everybody, right now. We're gonna drive up and I'm gonna have you record me. I'm like, yes, could I get a Big Mac?
A large milkshake.
Yeah, Tommy, seriously, that's one way to learn. Buy a stick in the Cajun. I tell you, brother, we're gonna do that. Amanda's just laughing at me, but we're gonna have that set up for.
Yeah.
Ooh. My wife had a Mustang for a short while. We loved it until
my brother's gonna hate
insurance was on said vehicle, and
my brother's gonna hate me right now. But I think there's been some people that have rode with you before, Joe, that would question if you ever really learned how. He's gonna message me right now. He's gonna be mad.
Yeah, Amanda's gonna look like on Total Recall when Arnold Schwarzenegger removes that tracking thing out of her nose. Yeah,
Yeah, pull that thing
it's
out
about
of
the
the nose.
equivalent.
Oh my God.
Gosh. Man, we've been on 2 hours. You guys
Yeah,
want to call it?
we're gonna dial it down, folks. So hey, I appreciate everybody coming in today. It was a great day to not talk about much of anything other than just whatever. Hold on. It stops us right in the tracks.
Oh, the professor, man. Yeah, I agree, Tommy. California is not the place to drive. That's how Phoenix was. I hated driving my stick shift in Phoenix.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I drove it in like bumper to bumper traffic. Like you have to stop every 5 feet. It's the worst.
Oh wow.
That's why Phoenix is why I stopped driving them, and I haven't drove one since. Like
that'd be hell on a clutch.
Yeah, I hated it. Yeah. No. All right, y'all. What we got going on? Anything? Larry, what you got going on, Larry? Let us know what you got going on.
Listen, making copies of scanning copies of stuff so I can list on eBay.
Yeah, any events coming up though on YouTube? Any stuff?
Oh, like me and Johnny Cajun Roots reseller, we have a show at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
All right.
And that'll be with Hot Mess Drifter Amy and Lobster.
All right, cool. Cool, man. And then we obviously
it's on you on Monday, Jimmy's channel.
He will be on my channel, special guest host, Aaron, the best offer queen. Frank will not be here with us on Monday.
Yeah. And don't forget, Victoria's got her show 7:30 in the morning during the week. And don't forget about bingo.
You better just hope that he's not what's his name? What's his name? You better hope that he's not. Who's the quarterback for the Patriots when Tom Brady stepped in?
Oh yeah, plus mine and Kelly Pickard James show. We 8 o'clock in the morning, Saturday and Sunday. It's just all it is a chit chat. If you guys are up, it's just a chit chat.
Yep, I've been on there several times. It's a good show. I love Victoria's show.
Drew Bledsoe. You better hope you're not Drew Bledsoe, and she's Tom Brady. Frank be like, I'm back. Sorry, we got a new starting quarterback. I'm just playing.
So, and hopefully we see you two guys back on bingo on Tuesday night. Hopefully,
he's not invited.
I gotta keep my win streak going. I gotta keep that mailbox full. All right, everyone. Yeah, we'll have Aaron with us on Monday, hanging out as a guest host, and then Frank will be back on Tuesday on his channel.
Okay.
And we're working on, hopefully, I've been talking to Kat, the nurse flipper, so hopefully we will have Kat, the nurse flipper, on Tuesday. That's kind of a premature announcement, but we'll know more on Monday, so I'll let you know more on Monday. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Frank, it's your show to close out.
God bless. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Enjoy the show on Monday. Don't forget Nate and Anthony, Ecom and Beyond, every morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So
Victoria, it's 7:30 a.m. during the week.
Don't worry, folks. I always have a backup plan if they boot me. So have a great weekend, and God bless everybody. Have a good one.
Oh,